intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D lineman, you play the run. Linebacker.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys have taken
Jesus is the way, my brother.
And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game. Because on that particular play, they had
I'm
no
trying to
answer.
get mine. It took me a little bit because of my felon.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Now, so as soon as I
And
get it,
now
but let's
Oakland
plan
ready
it
to
though.
take
Like
the
let's plan
field.
it. Like whenever
And
you know what I
following
mean.
the interception, just
that money,
any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just throw that out the window.
I want to start. I started want to take him to the field, bro. I'll be like, damn, little bro.
Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. On second down, Elliott. Oh, what a move. Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger there on the stop. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Running with Elliott. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I want to go. I got the free pass.
Extra point right
Not the
down
free
the
pass,
middle.
the pass,
And it's
you know
now
what I mean? Like the
14 to
handicap
nothing.
joint. Man, last time I went with Trey and them, I went in there and told them that I
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Bro, right.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
So my shit's
Already
good to
down
like
2 touchdowns here
July
in the first
6th.
half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
So
And
you
a
go
lot of
tomorrow,
teams
I'm trying to
script
go with
plays. We know that, right? They
can't give
have
me
a
no
script to
ticket
start
somewhere?
the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25
Bro, you
plays.
probably know people.
Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script.
Yeah,
I think that they'll stay with it.
there.
I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense in this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. The second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls,
What's up with Grandma?
but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them.
And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Not the central time.
Here's Prescott.
I'm talking about the other boy that they sent to Rikers Island for 3 years.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
So they arrested him because they said that he stole somebody's book bag. So they took him to Rikers Island for that. He sat there for 3 years. Solitary confinement for damn near, 2 to 3 years?
Down inside the 30.
And then he got out.
Pick up there,
he
10
got out
yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just
I forgot when he got out, but he just committed suicide in like 2014.
I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of
credit. And then his mom was fighting the case, like trying to give him, get the lawsuit and shit. But she passed away, you know what I'm saying, while fighting for that shit. That shit's crazy, bro. It's crazy how they do us black people, dog.
They keep on the ground without it. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up.
I've been to jail. Like, I know what it is. If a brother go through that,
no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is
Donald Trump got his name on everything. Like, even back then with the Central Park 5, he was talking crazy.
Make it 3rd and 10. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something.
But
there's nothing available there for him.
Honestly,
and forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt.
Like, nobody talks positive about Donald Trump at all. Except for those people. You know what I'm saying?
Right down the pipe.
Like even in the public eye, on like on TV and shit, they always talking down on him. Like, what positive is he doing?
It was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
93.
Would you would have done it?
Went back for plays. And he'll be tackled right on the
knowing how much was on the line.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
If I had the slightest possibility that I could play,
and good penetration here.
When he get like
only to about the 49-yard line. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, That just tells you
If
who
I
won
wouldn't
that
have
battle
played,
on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round
and
went to
then
the
they would've
offense,
lost.
second round the defense. Here's Carr. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Right.
Three
Listen,
scores down, not
KD
even
is really
halftime yet.
unstoppable.
They're not
Like,
getting
who
much
can really
generated
guard KD?
offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems
Like,
to be
he
playing
can
with so
shoot
much
on all
confidence
levels.
right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now Carr. And he finds Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard
Rockets need to get rid of Chris
line.
Paul.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first,
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory.
I'll be back, bro.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. 694. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run again with Lynch. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
808. Express. White.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Throwing now is Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
Give him 30 yards there.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big...
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket, wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Carl try it again on 2nd down. Letting one go deep for Robert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.